Oh, hey, Danny baby. How you doing? I'm good, thank you. Yeah. How's the week been so far for you? Ah, awesome. Thanks, Danny. Yes, I've been trying to sort of promote them and gain some traction on the collective readings. So I appreciate that. Thank you. Let me know as well if you want me to do a collective reading, like focus on anything, career, money, love, any suggestions is awesome as well. This week has been good. That's good to hear. Okay, yeah, not too bad. I've been watching stuff about the hurricane though, Hurricane Milton, which has been really upsetting to see, scary. Been sending prayers and good vibes to people, and obviously the people in North Carolina. Absolutely. Let's get started. A card pull for advice for this month. Okay, for the rest of this month, October. Hi, Jedi. Yeah, it's so scary. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Jedi. Ugh. Right, Danny, let's see what's coming up for the rest of this month for you. Spirit, message for Danny, please. The rest of October. What energies and guidance does Danny need to hear, please, Spirit? I'm drawn to the Sixth of Inspiration, which is about, I feel like this could be connected to your business, Danny, about success, victory. I feel like this is you in that energy, in that getting that acknowledgement that other people seeing you succeed and getting that acknowledgement. And in order to do that, it feels connected to energetically this Eight of Emotions is walking away from people or situations that no longer fulfill you. Now, this could go wider than your career. This is just, I know that that's close to your heart. But take what resonates in what does success, when you think of yourself being victorious and successful, what comes to mind with that? And it feels very connected this month to bravely and courageously. We see this woman walking out into the desert, kind of into the unknown, really. We see this eclipse happening here, which is kind of blocking out the sun, really. Blocking out the way, the path. It may seem a bit unclear. So which as in walking into the unknown. But what you do know is that you are walking away from people, places, things that no longer emotionally fulfill you, that have somehow become a drain on you. And this will free up your energy and bring you closer to this success and victorious energy of you standing in your own power. So let me know if that connects for you, if that resonates. could even be practical things that feel, if it's connected to your business, that certain stuff that you're doing that maybe hasn't got that energy anymore. It just feels like hard work and the joy has come out of it. It's just for an example of what else it could be. So Judite, the tower, yeah. So they jumped out from the deck. I'm sorry about that. Was told that day in the afternoon. Thanks, that's fine. A lot of red flags during the interview, though. Yeah. Was that the one as well? I think we got like um the swords energy came through. I don't know if that was for you as well, where it was like there was a very sort of harsh energy there. So your question today is if I will find a job until the end of the year. Yeah, it was the swords as well. Remember that? And it felt quite cold energy, didn't it? Okay, so let's have a look what's going on career-wise up until the end of the year. What's coming through for you? Spirit, please bring through guidance, information for Judite regarding career and jobs, please, Spirit, till the end of the year. What's coming next? Ooh, nice. Major Arcana, Judite. So very promising energy, okay? The star energy is about a wish coming true. So I feel like that there's your answer very clearly. I know I don't do yes, no's, but the star really is about wish fulfillment. This is a very hopeful card. This is about you holding that vision of really of what you want, what that would look like to you, how it would feel. So working on your keeping your energy aligned, yeah, manifestation, if you will, if you want to frame it like that and believe in that. But this really is the promise, the start of just what it says on the tin. It is a wish fulfillment, wish upon a star. So I believe that you will get this before the year is out. You will get a job, you will get work. Okay, so allow that to bring you some peace and bring you some comfort, because I feel like obviously it would be a great relief when it does come through, and that it'll be the right kind of energy, the right fit for you when it does as well. So just in the meantime, obviously I'm sure you're doing all the practical steps, but also just to hold that clear vision, and allow this card to be a comfort to you as well of what's to come. But really beautiful energy there, major arcana as well. So maybe the job that does come through could be something quite long lasting, somewhere that you were able to stay for quite a while. Yeah, really nice card to see, just kind of what you want to see. It's always positive when we see the star. Hi, Anne. I've recently gone through a breakup with renewal. Okay, you're focusing on healing and taking care of myself. Excellent. I'm wondering if I will find the right person by the end of the year. You're welcome, Judith. Let's see what's coming in love then, and let's see who and what is coming through from now till the end of the year, love and romance wise. No problem, Danny. I thought hopefully you can just go back and watch it if you need to. Yeah, exactly. Just not to have money worries. Absolutely. Yeah, just I don't know if that Eight of Cups, about leaving behind people, places, things as well that might be a drain on you, Danny. Hi, Cece. Right. And this is for you. Let's see what love and romance is coming through. Oof. Got the Tower card. Major Arcana, Anne. So I feel like this is yours and Reneel's energy, potentially, okay? Because the Tower card is about things falling away. So this is difficult, like this is challenging energy when we see this. But I feel like Spirit has come through to say that in doing this, the old energy that is no longer serves you, okay, is clearing out in this process, and it is making way for the new. So if you really feel, I don't know, if you feel very clear about that this renewal situation is truly over. I don't know if you're looking for reconciliation still, but at the moment, so we're looking at current energies. In the context, though, I guess, of what is coming, but the purpose of this breakup, this is the breakup as we see it with this Tower energy. It's breaking down all the energy that no longer serves you. Old energy is clearing out. So it may be difficult, it may be painful, but it is, in doing this, it's like you're emotionally making yourself available for something new. So it's almost like with that guarantee, if you can, in your mind, if you can truly cut the ties, and in your heart, if this is what feels right and feels in alignment with you, to release that. It's almost like you can't have one foot into both worlds. If you're really sort of ready to move forward and make way for the new, I feel like that this is part of that process. But it's like the old energy really needs to clear out, and then nature abhors the vacuum, and then there will be a space for someone new to actually come in, which has been up until this point taken up by Reneel's energy. Because we've got the Devil card here as well. Oof, and we've got the Two of Cups underneath. So the Devil card's about cutting ties again with things that have, maybe it's become toxic, it's karmic ties, all that kind of energy. And then it leads to this Two of Cups, which is beautiful soulmate energy, yeah. But there's something very important about you releasing old energy. Hi guys, to everyone who's joining. Thanks, Danny, for, if you could drop me a like, that I'd really appreciate that, guys. And subscribe if you haven't already. So Anne, I hope that connected for you. Cece, I'll see what Danny says. The Eight of Cups, I'm really not feeling as if it is something external. Okay, it seems as if I have to walk away from the person I no longer want to be. That absolutely makes sense, yeah. Absolutely. And going into the unknown, who is the new you? Hi, Prairie Winds. Hey, Aqua. Okay, so Cece, would you be able to tell me something about my work situation? I'm glad it makes sense, Anne. You're very welcome. What's happening with your work, CC? The more context, guys, that you can give me, the more detailed read that you can have. But obviously, just share whatever you feel comfortable with. But if you're looking for work or in a difficult work situation, CC, then it just helps me navigate why the messages comes through for you. If CC is still here. Thank you, Prairie. Appreciate that. You're fed up in the work that you're in, the job that you're in, CC. Is that right? Yeah. Let's get some guidance then. Prairie, if you would like a card, just pop your question in the chat. One, as you can see in the pinned comment there, one card free, and then if you'd like more in-depth, it's the one copy for 3 cards. Sure, Cece. So let's see guidance with regards to work, and not so happy at the work that you're at now. Let's see what comes through. Queen of Voices. So this is really a very head over heart kind of energy when we see this come through, Cece. And I feel like this is the energy that you really need to embody. The Queen of Voices is about, number one, it's about communication. So it's about speaking your truth in the most that you can in this situation. So if you're feeling kind of silenced or unheard, and maybe there is something more that you could voice about what you're not happy with. I don't know if you've already done that. So this can be current energies or what's coming through in the near future. But the Queen of Voices as well, it can be about, it's ruled by the Suit of Swords. So it can be about cutting ties and really asking that question, I suppose, is it time to cut ties and move on? If that's not possible, then it's about really taking to improve your situation, to really take a strategic approach to get the best outcome for you. The Queen energy as well is about stepping into your own power and taking charge as much as possible. So being quite direct in your communication. So obviously you can keep it still professional, but is there a way to maybe challenge people a little bit more who are causing you the frustrations, if this is with colleagues, if this is with clients? So take what resonates and apply to your situation. But it almost feels like to self-preservation, to take the emotion almost out of it and go with a more strategic approach, and the focus being here on communication, speaking your truth and being a bit more direct, whilst obviously still keeping it professional. The Queen of Voices is someone who, people don't mess with the Queen of Voices, okay? She's quite a tough character, and she's very boundaried. So, being asked to do stuff that isn't in her job description, that's, she wouldn't mess with that energy. So, whatever is going on for you as to why you're fed up, but it also comes with the message that, the Queen of Voices also knows when to cut her losses and move on. So, only you know by tapping into your intuition if it's at that point where it's time to leave. But either way, even in the meantime, while you're actually um looking for a job elsewhere and still kind of at the work that you're in, to take this approach of being a bit more tougher, being a bit just not putting up with people's BS. basically. The Queen of Voices is quite, like I say, takes quite a tough approach. So Aqua, let's move on. Maddie's intentions in love for you. Let's have a look. Just have a look at Prairie's question. Oh, so I'm actually at work on break now, so I wouldn't be responding, but I can always listen to, yeah, sure, you can always go back. Prairie, my mum has passed away. Oh, I'm so sorry, Prairie. 3 days ago. Wow. Sure, I find it difficult to read for myself as well. So I'm not a medium, as in I don't connect to people who have passed, but I can certainly pull a card just to see a message from spirit. But Aqua, this is for you. I know you're on your break, but you'll be able to go back and watch this. This is a card, Maddie's intentions. You're welcome, CC. If you could drop the live a like and subscribe if you haven't already, I'd really appreciate that. Thank you. Message for Aqua. Maddie's intentions, please, Spirit. Oh, well, good intentions. When we see the 10 of emotions, this is about emotional fulfillment, Aqua. So they really, Maddie's intentions are, when we see a 10, it's like wanting it all. So they're definitely open to a higher level of commitment here. The 10 is always about, it's about longevity, going the distance, like I say, having it all. So their intentions, certainly when they are entering into a relationship and with this connection, I don't know how far along this connection is, but so this can connect directly to, take what resonates directly to you two, but it could also feels a little bit like and how Maddie actually goes into relationships. So when she's connected to someone, they're all in, yeah. But they have a lot to offer. Look at all this beautiful pink, warm energy here, this yellow, these oranges here. There's so much warmth, so much to offer here, Aqua. So this feels really positive, really genuine. And if you match that energy and feel the same, um, as in kind of really wanting quite a serious relationship and in depth thinking about the future, higher level of commitment, all that good stuff. But there's a lot of emotional fulfillment potential here. Hey, Janavi. Awesome. Thank you. I will just read for Prairie Winds and then we'll get straight to your reading and I'll check out the question there. So, Prairie, let's see what comes through for you. Just whatever comes out will be what you're meant to hear, exactly. A message for Prairie, please, Spirit. What does she need to hear right now? What do they need to hear right now? Major Arcana, Prairie, which is obviously just, I feel like, reflective of the big energies that will be surrounding you at the moment and everything that you're going through. Now, it's interesting that justice has come through because tell you what connects here, okay? Because it's not going to be, it may be connected to your mum, but not necessarily, okay? It could be just the wider picture. But if there feels like there's been some kind of injustice in your situation, it could be just that heartache and pain that we feel from losing someone and how unfair that can feel. But it could be that there's something in this situation that goes deeper than that about how things have played out. And there, somewhere in the picture, there is a wrong that needs to be righted. So maybe about connected to other people in this situation as well, and their kind of behavior. But it can often speak of, when I see this card come through, of some kind of injustice, and that right needed to be wronged. I feel that you're actually, there is these two hands here, which to me feels like that is actually your mum in spirit, who is wanting to reach out to you. I don't know if you've have felt connected to her since she passed, but she certainly wants to connect with you and wants to be there for you in this difficult situation even. Now, there is some kind of transformation going on within you as well. Maybe this has been happening for some time. I feel like you're someone who has quite a lot of rapid personal growth, as in that you have cycles and you leave your old self behind and then almost start a new path, a new person who emerges, and you're actually in the process that's happening again. It can be quite exhausting, that as well, of like, if you do a lot of work on yourself and a lot of personal growth, um that you move very quickly through elevating, like through your spiritual growth. If you think of it as a spiral, and ascending a spiral, yeah, that this is something that you do and that you've done throughout your life. And then you might look to your past self, maybe even just a year ago, and you don't recognize them because the growth is so rapid, and there's a transformation each time that this comes through. And obviously, this situation that you're going through, but it could have been started happening before as well, that there was a new you emerging once again in this process. But it's also this underlying desire somewhere of maybe feeling like that how you've been treated in a situation has been unfair, and that needs to be righted. Or it could just be the very much the sense of, with the situation with your mum, if it feels unfair. But take what resonates with that. Obviously, that's deeply personal. So I hope that resonated for you. I'm just going to, Janavi, move on to you now. Just grab my phone for the question. Okay, Janavi, I've got your question. So we'll do a 3 card there. We'll look at what's going on with him, kind of what's driving his actions of what he's done there. Guidance for you of how to move forward. No problem, Prairie. Love and light to you. And then Janavi, obviously, then the likely outcome, the future energies that come through. So take a deep breath, center yourself, Janavi, to be open to the messages that are meant for you. I'm glad that resonated, Prairie. Okay, Janavi, his current energies. What? Oof, 10 of emotions. So, like, we've literally just had this quite recently here. 10 of emotions. So this is, I believe, what he's contemplating. Okay, this is still his caught up in his emotions, searching for emotional fulfillment, still wanting to have it all. I'm specifically going to ask, though, why no response? His energy is very confused, okay? That's what I would say, Janavi. The last couple of readings, I've felt a very mixed up energy coming from him. Feel like he doesn't know if he's coming or going. Before, I felt like I could really sense his presence, and sometimes I could I felt like his energy was stronger, but I feel like it has been weakened and that maybe he's in a weakened state. Mixed up, confused. Ace of Voices, trying to get clear on what he wants to say to you. So I think this is not knowing what to say. 10 of Emotions, I would say it's about this kind of dream and hope and what may be somewhat of a fantasy at the moment about this emotional fulfillment, almost, rainbows and unicorns, kind of thinking about just hoping that everything will kind of just fall into place, whatever that looks like for him. But I do feel like that he's lost his power in the situation. Maybe he's in a very emotional state. And then with regards to as to why there's no communication coming back, he's trying to get straight in his head of what to say. We see the owl here, the white owl, which represents wisdom and wanting to communicate some kind of truth, and wants to it's like that very much trying to get straight in his head of what he wants to say and how he wants to say it. See this? This is his energy, his thoughts in his mind. The Ace of Voices is about clarity, okay, getting some clarity between you and him, having an honest conversation, having a truthful conversation, but unsure. I'd say, 'cause the emotions are running so high, unsure about how to say it, how to frame it. What can you do? This is you, Major Arcana, the High Priestess, who is all about her intuition and trusting her gut. So I feel like you do have a very strong intuition and read on this situation. And maybe that just as a person that you are like this, Janavi, that you're able to see beyond what people, are presenting to us. So they're saying a certain thing or acting a certain way, and yet you're able to see on a deeper level actually what's going on for this person, if they're not okay, or maybe if they're lying to you or something like this. It's like a finely tuned intuition. Yeah, you see through people, exactly. So this is your energy. So lean into that even more than what you do, Janavi. So trust that intuition. So I don't know if you meditate as well, but you can meditate on what to do next, and meditate on someone to try and connect to their energy as well. That's something that is also possible, but I feel like your intuition is whispering and talking to you and giving you the messages about actually what's going on a lot. So this is what's going to guide you. This is going to what's going to get you through. And that you're probably psychically connected to Akshay as well, and energetically connected so that you can feel his presence and feel what's going on with him. What will the future bring? Five of inspiration. Oof, more conflict. So more internal and potentially external arguments, disagreements. This doesn't necessarily mean that it's between you and him. So this, I feel like I'm picking up on either his internal conflict still that is going on. We see all these mirrors that are facing back to him, which is kind of giving him, it's like many parts of him that are going on. So one time he feels this, and then the next hour he feels this. So again, kind of being all over the place, being confused, feeling frustrated, feeling angry even, ruled by the element of fire. So his energy, like I say, is very confused. The future, so this is the near future, there will be more of that. I feel like he feels very conflicted at the minute. I feel like the reason why you're not getting communication from him is because he wants to say the right thing and he doesn't know what that is yet because he's so mixed up. And like I say, energetically, what I'm feeling from him is that very confused and very mixed up. There isn't any, it's like he's lost his center. Could be arguments that are going on between them two as well, behind the scenes. Arguments, disagreements, conflict. This is feeding into him feeling stressed and mixed up. I hope that offered some clarity, Janavi. You're very welcome. Hi, Eva. Thanks for being here. Let's have a look at your ex's energy. So I don't do yes, no questions, but I can certainly look energetically how they think and feel about this connection, Eva. And that can give us insight into how things are going to go between you two. Guys, if you could drop the live a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I go live regularly and check out a lot of my collective readings in my video library as well. This is for Eva. Let's have a look at your ex's energy. Spirit, please bring a message through for Eva regarding their person. Seven of emotions, okay? So this is about options, choices, feeling mixed up, okay? So at the moment, they're energetically, I feel like they're undecided, essentially, about coming back to you. It's certainly in the mix and certainly on their mind, can see them thinking. I don't know if there was someone else involved, third party energy with this, or if that's happened since you broke up, that there are other people in the picture. This person has a tendency to go into that the grass is always greener, that they may have issues about commitment. They sometimes, if something looks too good to be true, but they still kind of buy into it. Kind of easily distracted as well. And I feel like this is reflective of their own not really knowing what they want. out of a relationship, that they need to get clear about that. Um, was this what was going on that you're aware of? I'm not saying obviously that this was going on when you were together, but there are other people that are in his energetic field who he is thinking of or connecting to in some way. And you're a part of that as well. But of course, either you don't want to just be an option. Now, this doesn't mean that this can't change. So this is just current energy, okay? So we must be open to that their energy can shift. But at the minute, what I would do is you need to just let them work this out and move through this stage, okay? And kind of maybe even get burnt a few times if that's what they need to do, about being with other people and it not being kind of what they imagine it to be. They're not in a place at the minute where they're very open to in a place where they can commit to anyone, essentially, either is what I'm seeing. They're emotionally quite mixed up and easily distracted, I would say. So protect yourself at the moment, Eva, and wait to see, if this passes. I don't know if you're in no contact at the minute, but allow this just to pass, I would say. Um, Allow this energetically to pass and then allow it to clear in a way, energetically for it to clear and for him to make a decision. By you, obviously, I don't know if you are reaching out to him, but at the minute, I would say just protect your energy so that you don't feel like an option. They're not in a place at the minute where I see that they're able to commit to anyone. But like I say, that's current energy that can always change, Eva. Hi, Aisha. Thank you for being here. Guys, if you enjoy the live, please do like and subscribe. I do go live regularly and post collective readings. You're welcome, Eva. Yeah, I would just protect your energy at the minute whilst there. Just allow them to work this out themselves. And then, if it feels like the energy will clear, and then you will hear from them again, but there's no point at the minute because they're energetically not open to anything serious, any commitment, and you don't want to be a part of that. Aisha, so Salman, does he want marriage with me? So let's just, and I'm an energy reader, Aisha, so I can look at their energy towards you, see if they're offering you something serious. With marriage, it wouldn't be necessarily, I don't do like a yes no question, but I can certainly look energetically of what their thoughts and feelings are about this. So let's go. Knight of Voices. So their energy is certainly, they are invested in this, Aisha, okay? That energy comes fast towards you here with this Knight of Voices. See this horse up kind of flying in, yeah? Now, the Knight of Voices is about information and communication as well. So it could be, I feel like they do have a lot to say or something important to say as well. So this could be in connection to this news and information coming through to you, Aisha, which will then inform you of your next steps, okay? But this is his energy, okay? And the night voices, with it being a night, it's like it's very enthusiastic. It's it can be almost move like a little bit too fast. So it's like their energy needs to be tempered. The night can be almost like an immature energy as well. It doesn't necessarily mean that they are young in age, but they are young in spirit. So they have big ideas, yeah. It's that kind of energy, big ideas, a lot to say, kind of flying in fast and then acting first, thinking later. So that's just something to be conscious of. Um, Aisha, when dealing with this person, you might already know that about them as well. Sometimes rules a little bit by their ego as well. But ultimately, this card is positive. Look how bright this energy, the energy that they bring in towards you is positive. It is good. They are invested in this and they want it to move forward. Okay. They want this connection to move forward. Um, and it might be your role in some ways to be a little bit temper this fast moving energy and kind of to be the more practical one, the more mature one. But like I say, ultimately very positive, wanting this to happen, wanting to move forward with this. No, not careful of speaking with him. This is careful in the sense of that they may want things to move very fast and you may need to just temper that energy and slow things down because they have a tendency to act first and think later. So they might just be rushing things, okay? And you're kind of need to come in to be the voice of reason and be realistic. But their intentions are good, are positive, okay, Aisha? It's a positive card. Okay, so it sounds like it's moving fast. Okay. So Janavi, I don't understand what he's trying to achieve by bottling up everything. Yeah. If he shares his confusion, me or his family can give him a solution. Yeah, he's getting it right in his head, Janavi, at the moment about what he wants to say. That's what I saw with that Ace of Swords. Hi, Mary. Thanks for being here. I'll just read. Yeah, Mary, I'll get to your reading. Just read in order. So thanks for your question. So Janavi, let's focus on, is he planning to tell me his situation? I mean, like I said, with that Ace of Swords, he is getting it right in his head, what he wants to communicate. Ace of Voices is about communication as well. But let's take a deeper dive. Six of Emotions. So this is his energy of feeling nostalgic, feeling regretful, feeling sad really about kind of the situation, I think, of what's gone by. He's still in a place of, I think, like I say, Janavi, of trying to get himself a his energy feels so confused that I don't really know if he'll manage that. I think that's what my hesitancy is about this Janavi, is that there's a lot of big feelings going on for him. And I see him with the intention to communicate to you with that Ace of Swords. Um, but there is a lot of conflicting feelings, yeah. Um so one moment he thinks, yes, I'll reach out to Janavi and I'll say this. And then it's like the next hour, even, he doubts that, second guesses that. And there is this overall nostalgia and um, thinking back to times gone by with you, okay, and feeling nostalgic, feeling sad, which feels connected to that 10 of emotions, which we saw as well, which is about feeling kind of very emotional ultimately, okay. The Hermit, I'm just drawn to this because it's like this guiding light of trying to gain insight, trying to gain clarity. So I know this is probably not the answer that you want to hear, Janavi, but at the minute, his current energy is is just so mixed up and confused that I don't think he has it in him in knowing how to move forward at the minute, which is why you're getting that silence, yeah. The Ace of Swords, though, I say, would bring like a ray of hope, of promise, because that is about new communication. With it being an ace, it's like a new beginning, a new start, but like as in it on the conversation front. Yeah, I'm glad it was helpful. He's lost his courage at the moment, Janavi, is what I'm seeing. Hi Jean, hi Mary. Um so Mary, let's have a look at your question. So yeah, guys, one card free. And then if you'd like a more in-depth, there is the link for the one coffee for like a 3 card reading. How can Jojo, my cousin, move forward in life and find his passion and purpose? He's very weak emotionally as a man, okay? Let's have a look at guidance for Jojo then, Mary. Guidance for Jojo. How can they move forward in life, Spirit? How can Jojo move forward? I'm not going to take that one. Queen of Voices. So Mary, the Queen of Voices, this is ruled by the element of air, okay, which rules our thoughts, and it also talks about communication. So it's about really, Jojo, I think number one, trying to being able to find their voice, and the Queen of Voices is someone who doesn't shy away from speaking their truth. So maybe Jojo has trouble with communicating what they feel, what they want, like their needs, their desires. And also maybe has a tendency, take what resonates with this, Mary, if they are quite emotionally led, because the Queen of Voices is uses their head, yeah, is more strategic in how they set about things, and is, even if they're not feeling, right about a situation, or something emotionally is difficult, the Queen of Voices is able to still do what's best for them, um and kind of do the right thing even though it's tough, because they can see in, not be overwhelmed by their feelings and be reactive. That's the word that I'm looking for. So I don't know if you can help encourage this in Jojo. You might already do this. Obviously, you can't make anyone do anything, can you? They do need to find this within themselves, this different kind of approach. But I keep hearing the need to find their voice, their own voice. This is, and speak out more, be more direct. This could be with family, or it could just be in life. And there is a toughness here about when we see the sword, it can be about cutting ties with people, places, things that don't serve you anymore, that are a drain of your energy. It's about really being more um self-serving, but not in a selfish way. It's just about stating your needs, speaking your truth, and how this builds up your confidence and makes you a stronger person. Like I say, Mary, like, you can't do this for them. They would have to find this in themselves, but this is their way forward. Communication is what they need to work on, and speaking their truth is the feels like the first step forward, and not leading with it, not being driven by their emotions, but instead doing practically kind of what's the right thing, what's the sensible thing to do in this situation, instead of just being reactive. I mean, this is a big lesson to learn in life. But I would say main focus, finding their voice, finding their truth, being able to speak out and communicate what they feel, would be very helpful, but in a kind of useful way, not in a overly emotional way. So I hope that resonated. Jean, let's move on to your question. What do you need to know about the Aquarius on your mind? Let's have a look. Guys, if you enjoy the live, please do drop this live a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I do go live regularly, around 3 times a week, and post collective readings also in my video library. But Jean, this is for you. A message for what do you need to know about the Aquarius on your mind? Is this a love connection, Jean? Context, the more context you can provide, the more detailed reading that you can have, but obviously just share what you feel comfortable with. You're welcome, Mary. Just noticing the Chariot on the bottom of the deck there, which we'll get to. The Six of Inspiration. So it's a past person, okay. So the Six of Inspiration, this is about a card of success and victory. And we've got the Chariot. So these are all very encouraging cards, in the sense of the Chariot is about things moving forward fast. I kind of feel like that this is how they view you. So this can be current energies, or it can be near future energies coming through. But I feel like the message really that you need to hear, so if we just focus, what do you need to know about them? I feel like that this is how they see you. So I don't know if you've doubted maybe about how they see you, if it's in a positive light or not, but it certainly is in a positive light. The Sixth of Inspiration is that they see you succeeding really in life and having a lot to offer. Um, Being someone who is very driven. The Chariot is someone who is very determined, who really makes things happen. Chariot is a major arcana as well. So that's kind of a reflection of the personal power that they see in you. Um, and this is a very attractive energy as well. Sixth of Inspiration is ruled by the element of fire. Um, they see you in a very positive light, Jean. So I feel like you can take resonance from that, so comfort from that. Yeah. Look how positive this person is attractive, they're successful, they they put their mind to something and then make it happen. Yeah. So don't question how they view you. This is very, take comfort in the fact of that. They see you in a very positive light. With regards to that action, that's a separate question, but that just gives us insight into, they view you in a very positive light, someone who's very determined, successful, and make things happen. Hey, warrior, widow, and easy to study. You're welcome, Jean. Let's have a look, warrior. So I'd like to know when I should go public about my husband's passing, or is there more evidence or information I need? Oh, that's a tricky question, warrior. I don't do like, when you say the Urban Seer, Jean. So that was the name that I would go under. I'm just going to see, warrior, what message sort of with regards to what comes through with this. Okay, what actions that you should take, or if it is the action that you need to move forward with, or do you need to be still? Let's have a look, just see what comes through. It's a tricky question sometimes with the tarot. I'm an energy reader, so I look at the energy of you in a situation, you in a person, and that'll give us guidance. I'm sorry to hear about your husband's passing as well. No problem, Jean. Guys, subscribe if you enjoyed the live. Please do subscribe if you haven't already. Like I said, I do go live regularly, so it's great to see some new people here. I go live around 3 times a week and do this. And also, like I say, you'll find some videos. Thanks, warrior. And find some long form videos. Awesome, Jean. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Okay. Message for warrior, please. Spirit. What do they need to know regarding this situation? How to move forward, please, Spirit. This card popped out, Warrior Widow. And this is holding tight onto the information, okay? Keeping it close to your chest for now. So this is quite a clear message actually about waiting this out. There will come a point I believe with this as well, which I think you'll know if you can trust your intuition, warrior. Um, about I think it's difficult for you to actually release the information about your husband, because at the minute, maybe holding it tight, close to your chest as well, it kind of feels protected and safe just with you. That's part of this. Obviously, also the practical element of it, if there's more evidence for information. At the minute, I'd say that spirit, for whatever is driving that, if it's regarding the evidence or if it's just for you as well emotionally, that at the minute it's okay to hold on to this, to keep the cards close to your chest. And then at some point, there'll be a turning point, obviously, when you'll need to release it. And in that kind of letting go, maybe it'll be challenging to do that. But there'll be a turning point when you'll know that you'll not have to, but you'll be driven to do that in a way. So not to hold on too tight, if that makes sense. There'll come a point when it won't be good for you anymore to keep holding on to it. Um, but at the minute, I would say just with the perform materials, it's about keeping it safe, keeping it close to you, and at the minute that feels okay. And that feels the right thing to do. Um, it's almost like that feels like the safest route. I'm glad that makes sense for you. I'm glad that resonates. And then the energy, like I say, the energy will shift and you'll know when you'll feel confidently being able to let go. Okay. Oh dear, Jeannie got kicked out. Sure, Janavi. Hi Brian, thanks for being here. I feel like easy to study still here. Do you have a question? Just pop it in the chat if you do. I'm not sure if easy to study has left. Give me a shout if you're still here. I'll just give them a moment, guys, and then if not, I'll just keep it moving on to the next question, I believe is Brian. Like the pin comment says, so one card free, or if you like an in-depth 3 card, it's 1 coffee with the link. I also do private readings for anyone who'd like something a bit more in-depth. I have my Shopify link there, which is a private reading which gets sent to you via video, and you also get like a text format of the reading as well to refer to. Right, I think easy to read has gone. No problem, warrior. So, Brian, this is for you. What are Amanda's current feelings regarding me? Thanks, Brian. I keep getting drawn to the bottom of the deck today. The Wheel of Fortune is about a shift of energy, Brian. So that's the first thing that I see. There's something going on for her, which I'm not sure if this is the connection between you two, but it gives more of an insight into her process and what's happening in life, and maybe why she's acting like she is with you. She's in the process of walking away from something or somebody who um it didn't emotionally fulfill her anymore. Okay, so this could be past. I don't know about your situation. If you want to share context, just share whatever you feel comfortable with. It can help me direct this to you. But this is, it feels like past connections or past situations, something that she had to release. Okay, so this is either happening now or it's coming through in the near future, but she's kind of bravely and courageously walking away from that situation and asking and wanting more. And incoming is this, the Wheel of Fortune. So after, in what has been very much a period of struggle for her, yeah, so she's been through a lot, things begin to get easier. And I feel like this is going to help in the connection with you, and also in turn it will become easier. It's like the energy is actually there for it to progress, where in the past it's been maybe slow moving or stagnating because her energy is being taken up by this situation that she is currently releasing herself from. It's really like we see an eclipse, it eclipsed her situation, it eclipsed her life really, and the struggle took over. But now she's able to either free herself, or maybe circumstances have freed her. So take what resonates with that, if it's just that it's ending. But she's now courageously walking forward into the unknown. And I feel like this is going to help with your connection, that there's more space and there's more time, there's more energy for her to actually look to the future, and for your connection, that there's more energy. And yeah, it's just like the struggle is being released somehow. Drop me a like and subscribe, guys, if you feel inclined to do so. You're welcome, Brian. Janavi, let's have a look what's happening between him and her. And then Warrior, I'll read your question. Janavi, so what's happening between them? Six of Materials. So this is about, first up, what comes to mind, some conversations about practicalities and money, which is interesting, something new, Janavi. But the Six of Materials is all about the question about give and take, okay, about someone giving and someone receiving. So conversations about that, okay. So it can be about maybe even who's going to pay for what. That's what comes to mind. Who's going to pay for what? We did see that Five of Wands before, about potential, arguments, disagreements. But the Six of Materials always raises that question that one side is giving more than the other, and there needs to be some kind of balance, needs to be restored. So I'd say it feels very financially orientated for this. So I don't know if this is connected to, practically what their situation, like I say, who's paying for what, which feels very sort of specific reading that's come through with regards to them. But yeah, maybe emotionally as well, but it does feel more practically based, that it's very much about the 3D materialistic stuff that they're having conversations about. The give and take aspect as well, someone feels that they're having to give more. There's a lot of questions about what's fair, what's balanced. Is someone pulling their weight? Is someone, yeah, just is it fair? Is it balanced? Someone is giving more than the other, also in a financial way. You're welcome, Janavi. Hi, Jedi. Yeah, absolutely. So, warrior, this is about if you should move. So I don't do yes, no's, but I'll do the energy surrounding this. Will I take that? Yeah. The Hermit. Still need to reflect on this a bit more, warrior. I would say the Hermit is about taking some time out on your own, really, to tune out other people's voices or input, kind of tune out the world a little bit. To the Hermit is about reflecting on, are you a hermit? Me too. Me too, warrior. The Hermit, can you see this light here? This is the insight. This is the your inner voice, okay? That information that can only come from you. And do you do energy readings as well? Is that what you mean? It's a major arcana as well, so this feels important, okay? So I would say a move. Interestingly, though, I do see these tracks in the sand here, which is, but I feel like it's more about the long journey that you've been on that's got you to this point. And so there's still further time for reflection. Oh, Reiki, beautiful, gorgeous, yeah. I love that. Yeah, it's really powerful actually. So yes, more time, warrior, to be still, I would say, and to reflect, to create some space, and I would say moving, the energy isn't right at the moment. It feels like we can see this person is sitting down and being still and waiting for this information and insight to come. There needs to be more rest and more healing before this change can come through, this move. More time to reflect. Hey, Nettie. Absolutely. Pop your card in the chat. You're welcome, warrior. Hey, Yusra. Hey, thanks, Jean. I do love readings as well. But yeah, it's just how I've always read them. General reading for Nettie. Okay, so Judite, this is for you. Is the moment to go back to, is it the right time to go back home to your home country? Like I said, I don't do yes, no's, but for let's see what's going on with regards to, again, a move. Sure. And yes, Jean, I do general readings. So if you just want to, you haven't got anything specific in mind, but you just want to have a message from spirit, sometimes that's what people need as an inroad. But Jedi, this is with regards to moving back to your home country. Bear with me 1 second. I'm just going to, because I'll just so I see everyone. That's really funny, Yusra. They had a dream last night, and here you are in the classroom of tarot. Um, everyone's questions that are already there, absolutely, I will read for you, but I won't take any more questions today. Watch out for my next live, though. Hopefully, you join me there. But I'll do everyone's questions that's already popped them in. Right. Judite, this is for you. Sorry, it's taken me a while to get to this. Oh, you see it again, getting drawn to the bottom of the card. 2 aces, Judite. So this is the new beginning. So does it feel like a new beginning to go back home? Because the ace of materials, it feels like that the timing is, spirit is encouraging about this timing, and that it's coming, that it is coming soon. Ace of materials, so this is the practical side of it. Materials is ruled by the element of earth. So this is either a new opportunity that will kind of draw you back there, or it can be just about starting to put those motions, those plans into motion. Yeah. About putting the practical steps in place to make this move happen. New growth, new opportunities, financial improvements, all that good stuff. There's a lot of potential here. Also with the ace of inspiration, so this is kind of like your heart's desire as well. So if that's what's driving you, if it feels like that aligns with what you're, the thought of going back, the questions to ask yourself, is it, does it inspire you? Does it make you feel excited about that kind of change? And to follow that feeling as well, okay? But if this feels like it aligns with you, then this very much from spirit is saying that this new opportunity, it feels like, even though you're going back home, it feels like a new beginning, and it feels like a fresh start. And there is a lot of potential. So there will be a lot of, from the opportunity of going back, that you'll be able to grow more as a person, but with things that you feel passionate about. Maybe practically things might be easier, or there may be more financial opportunity. So tell you what resonates with that. But this is all about a new beginning. So yes, spirit would be very encouraging, Judite, of that move. You're welcome. Okay. So Nettie, general reading for Nettie. Thanks, Nettie. Yes, Jean, I had a Reiki session as well, and it's very powerful, isn't it? And on YouTube, you can even do, I don't know if you've done them sort of like remote. You can either, which I even find that to be very effective as well. Receiving and healing, just online through YouTube, which is quite amazing. Okay, so let's get focused. This is for Nettie. What does Nettie need to hear right now, please, Spirit? Eight of Inspiration, fast moving energy. So has something felt stagnant? If it has, then it's about to get moving. Okay, so this can be news, information coming through. Inspiration is connected to our heart's desires. Okay, so tell you what resonates with this. It could be a love connection, it could be something in your career at work that feels something that you're passionate about. But look at this very determined, fiery energy. It's like being able to lock in on something and it finally getting finding that movement and change. So if this isn't, it may already be happening, that you can feel that shift and that change, and there's going to be progression of that, or it's coming through in the near future. I feel like this is your energy, and it's almost like getting a green light, getting that information, that news that allows you to progress and move forward. Um and then it's like, once maybe you're like this as a person as well, but it's like once you get focused, then you better watch out in a way, because you can get so determined, so focused, and become very effective. And things will begin to move quickly, Nettie, with this. So if you felt a stagnation, um, in a particular area, so ask your intuition when you say, because this is obviously a general read, but I would say, what is that thing that has felt, what you've kind of wanted movement on, that has felt stuck? And it's really not of your own doing, not of your own. It's like something needed to shift and happen for allow you to move forward. So there was a block, and I feel like that's going to fall away. Ba ba ba. Yusra, are you still here? Yusra. I know you wanted a love reading. Do you have the more I know about the more context I have, the more details. So if you're single, okay, thank you. What's coming next in love for Yusra, please, Spirit? Drop me a like, guys, and subscribe if you haven't already, if you're enjoying this live. I do go live regularly. So watch out and you'll be notified. Message for Yusra, please. I also do more in-depth private readings. A link is in my bio if you want to check that out as well. Message for Yusra, please. What's next in love? Next in love. You're welcome, Jean. Thank you for being here. Yes, hope to see you again soon. Awesome. Muse of Voices. This is the King of Swords, okay? So I actually feel like this is the next person who's coming towards you. I'll tell you what resonates. You may know this person's energy, okay? It's ruled by the element of air. There may be an air sign or have this strongly in their astrological chart placements. The Muse of Voices is someone who is quite tough talking, okay? They kind of know what they want. They're quite direct in their communication. They're, because it's this in the traditional deck, Muse is king energy. It doesn't matter about genders, okay? But but this person is knows what they want and is quite established in maybe their career or just in knowing who they are. Okay, they're in their own personal power. And I feel like when you connect with them, that you you'll know who I mean, like when they what will be very refreshing about it for you, user, is how direct they are. They're very committed to speaking their truth. They've had lots of practice in this, they know how to do it. So yeah, exactly. This is what's refreshing. They know what they want. And it might take you aback a bit, about how they could maybe be a little bit blunt, but don't let this kind of throw you off. It's like their intentions are good, their intentions are clear, and it's that, not someone who's messing you about, that, like you say, at least he knows what he wants. And that's the difference and that's the shift, because it's king energy as well. So it's that more mature, more grown up, more understanding of themselves and what they want. And they're on this trajectory, they are on this path, this road, and you can kind of get into their energetic stream. Be nice for them, they can kind of take the lead as well. Let me know if you already know who, if you recognize this person, or if like I say, it can be someone new coming in. If it's someone new, then just continue, obviously, to keep putting yourself out there, so that you can cross paths with this person. You don't know them yet, because you wouldn't yet. You wouldn't know. You would. It's a strong energy, so you would recognize it. I think it'll be a strong attraction when it does come through as well. Okay, Saumya. Thanks for letting me know you're still here. I believe your question is the last one. What's coming towards you next, or general reading? So we'll say what's coming through next. What's coming next for you, Samuel? What do you need to hear? We'll let Spirit decide. Join to the bottom of the deck again. Knight of Emotions. This is an offering coming towards you, Samya. It can be connected to love and romance, or it can be just connected to something that you have that's close to your heart. Okay, matters of the heart. When we see emotions, this is a gentle energy. This is something that offers emotional fulfillment. Now, with this, we have a major arcana, which is a big deal. Okay, so it's a big energy shift for you. There's some kind of awakening, almost like an epiphany, that's happening here with this. You can see this person who has a new understanding, which is connected somehow to this new offer that is coming towards you. So let me know, like I say, it can be a love offering, but if that's not, doesn't resonate with your situation, like I say, it's just something that's connected to your matters of your heart, something that means a lot to you, that maybe you've been waiting for some time, an opportunity, an invitation, an offer that really does change, has the potential to change a lot for you, because it is connected to this awakening and this epiphany, this kind of new understanding of what direction that you want to go in. So no small feat there, big energies come through there, Samya. It could be like, say if it was love, this is just one example, then it opens up this, you begin to see your future differently, yeah? That's the awakening. You think, oh goodness, then there's this path that is open to me now, which I didn't see before. Or it's something, if it's not to do with love, it still brings that same energy of it opens up a new pathway for you, an entirely new direction maybe, that has the chance to be more emotionally fulfilling for you, a road that is more emotionally fulfilling than what you've known in the past. Beautiful energy there, really beautiful cards to come through. So I hope that connected with you. I believe that's everyone. So I'm going to end now, but hopefully, if you've subscribed and then if you can give this live a like I mentioned before, just so you'd be notified when I do go live. I do go regularly, aim to go live 3 times a week. You can find me on TikTok as well if that's something that you have that you also use. But the and private readings link is in my bio if you'd like something more personal, private, and in depth to go really in depth on a situation. But love and light to you all. Hopefully, I will catch you all again soon. Blessed be.